It's 7:51, you're watching Good Morning Britain. Now, our special pop guest today has literally stormed out of nowhere and is being acclaimed as the best new voice since Whitney Houston burst onto the scene 5 years ago. In America, she's at #1 in the singles chart, and her debut album has charged up into the top 5 spot. She's the daughter of an opera singer, and she's been singing since the age of 4, and she has a 7-octave voice. So welcome to Mariah Carey. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's lovely to see you. A 7-octave voice, that's quite incredible. You can go really, really low and really, really high.
Yeah.
When did you discover that you had this remarkable talent?
I've been singing since I was 4. My mom's an opera singer, so she is also a vocal coach, and she sort of started encouraging me when I was very young. And I've always been singing.
Do you think that you would have gone into singing had it been for your mother? Or do you think that she sort of maybe encouraged you to do it, but if she hadn't been there, would you still be a singer? Is it something you've always wanted to do inside?
I've always wanted to do it, and also the fact that I saw that it was feasible because my mother made a living at it, you know, made it that much more real for me.
Been a lot of comparisons between you and Whitney Houston. Does that bother you, that people sort of say, oh, you know, you're very similar? Does that worry you at all?
When you're new, you have to be compared to someone,
Sure.
you know, so, I mean, there are a lot worse people I could be compared to, and she's a superstar and a great vocalist, so.
Because you want to be successful in your own right as well.
As a songwriter and a singer, which is, you know, I've co-written all the songs on my debut album, and hopefully people will respect me for my work and who I am. So.
How did you then, I know that you were sort of steeped in music with your mother being able to teach you and to help you, but how did you go from that to actually getting into the world of pop? How did that all come about? How did you get your record contract and everything?
Well, I started doing demos when I was like 15, and at 16 I met my co-writer, who I wrote 7 of these songs on the album with, Ben Margulies, and we were sort of writing together and working towards getting a record deal. And then I started singing background vocals for a girl named Brenda K. Starr, who had a top 10 hit in the States a couple of years ago, and she became my really good friend, and she brought my tape. She brought me to a party and gave my tape to the president of CBS Records, Tommy Mottola. Cool. And she handed him my tape and said, "This is my friend Mariah. You know, she writes all her own songs. She's 18 years old at the time." And I never expected him to listen to it, but he listened to it. And he came back. He put it on in the limo, and he came back to find me, but I was gone.
What, from the party? He put it on, and then he was so impressed he came back to get you.
Yeah,
but you weren't there.
No, I was gone, and there was no phone number on the tape. So finally he tracked me down that Monday, and I just signed with CBS.
Great, that's brilliant. Well, I think we should have a look at some of the music. That's what I think. It's #1 in America. We don't know, maybe it'll go to #1 here. Here's Mariah Carey's debut single, and it's called Vision of Love. Here it is.
Well, I think that's fabulous. Mariah Carey, who's with us on the programme this morning. Tremendous. A little bit Brenda Russell as well, I thought.
Thank you.
I don't know if that's a compliment or otherwise, but I think she's marvellous.
She is. Great writer.
And Michael Bolton, I know, favourite of yours and mine. You've sung with Michael, have you?
Yes, I have. It was my first kind of live thing other than background vocals at the NARM convention in actually in LA. And they sort of like put me out there for my first time to do a duet with Michael Bolton, who had just won a Grammy and everything, so it was kind of intimidating.
And keep singing live, because there's nothing quite like it, is there?
No, I would never lip sync.
And as the boys from Wet 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 said the other day, let's try and turn these charts upside down, get some good traditional songs back in there. And that one is fabulous. It's Vision of Love by Mariah Carey. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Good luck. You're on the way home today.
Thank you, yes.
Thanks, Mariah.
Thanks a lot.
Incredible vocal range, absolutely
wonderful.
incredible. Ulrika, tell us about the